Look at that. Women hate equality. Look how disgusted they are, how much contempt they have for men who dare to treat them like equals. The concept of equality was such a red herring. Feminism was never about equality. Women do not want to be treated like equals because that would mean equality across the board. Yes, she wanted equal pay in the workforce, but she doesn't want to stand up on the train. No, what she's looking for is selective equality. In other words, privilege. But you said you wanted equality, so this is what that looks like. Don't be surprised when men believed you and are now giving you what you asked for. If you want this to change, if you want to be the recipient of chivalry again, then you need to take some accountability, admit that you were wrong, acknowledge that men and women are different, and then embrace your femininity. Because as it stands, no sensible man is ever going to give up his seat on a train. Why would he risk being yelled at for the offensive implication that women are less capable of standing than men are? Or perhaps dealing with accusations that he's manipulative, just some sneaky nice guy, and he's only doing that because he wants a favor from the woman in return? Like, look at this video. This is just a skit, but it shows how women respond to men doing them favors. Lifting heavy stuff for her, surrendering the equipment for her, being chivalrous, but look at the contempt that she has for him. Look at the suspicion. Perhaps back in the day, men could genuinely be nice to women, and in return, they would receive some gratitude, maybe even a smile and a thank you. But now, if this is the expression that you're going to get when you're doing a favor for a woman, why would you bother? Modern feminism is a cautionary tale. It's a story that we should tell young children where the moral of that story is be careful what you wish for. And what's so painful is that a healthy alternative has always existed. It does not need to be like this. There was a kind, respectful, feminine way for women to get what they wanted. The cultural conversation could have sounded like this. Hey men, we appreciate everything that you're doing. All the hard work, all the sacrifices. We love the chivalry and we love all the freedom we have to indulge our femininity. But some of us would appreciate a loosening of the social constraints that would allow us a little bit more freedom of choice as individuals, because some of us want to work, some of us want to play sport. We would just appreciate some equality for opportunity. Can you please make some room for us? Upon hearing that, most men would say, sure, absolutely. We're all in this together. Let's see where this goes. Let's experiment. Everyone's on the same team. We want everyone to be happy. Wouldn't it be incredible if that's what the feminism movement sounded like? But instead, what we got are women are slaves, women are oppressed, men are toxic, abusive, patriarchal. All you men are sexist, and if you don't give us the equality we're asking for, you're evil. So men were like, okay, fuck, shit, like, chill, no worries. Like, yeah, you want equality? Yeah, take it. They're literally terrified to be seen as anything other than a very supportive ally. And so now here we are in the age of equality. Women have to stand on trains. Women now have the expectations that men have always had. The chickens have come home to roost, and women are getting a taste of what it's like to be a man. And they're slowly realizing that it sucks. They didn't know how good they had it. And they're suffering. They're struggling under the weight of all these masculine expectations. And men are having a difficult time summoning much sympathy.
First day of work. She's not happy. How'd you go?
I hate it.
Why? What happened?
I don't have any free time.
Not a housewife anymore, huh? Not happy.
I don't like it.
Someone's got to work. Got to make the money, mate.
I hate it.
Stay-at-home wife? Forever?
I can't keep doing this.
You've done one day, bro.
I feel conflicted watching that video because I have masculine instincts that want to protect women when they're unhappy, when they're suffering. Like, she doesn't like her work, clearly. A lot of men will want to shield her from that pain. But on the other hand, I can kind of get why he's laughing at her, why there's no obvious sympathy. I mean, really? After one day, you're this upset? This is what he has to do every single day to provide for you. Like he says, somebody has to work. Suck it up. That's what men do. You wanted equality. This is what it looks like. And women have the power to change this so simply. They're cowards if they don't do it. I'm going to explain how in the next part of this video, but first I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Tish Hanley. It always amazes me how men will spend a small fortune on their clothing because they want to impress people with how they look. And yet they're too lazy and cheap to spend just a little bit of time and money on a good skincare routine. Even though the health and vibrancy of your skin goes a huge way to making a positive first impression. Enter Tish Hanley, the skincare company that was created specifically for men. The starter box comes with everything that you need. You've got your AM cream, your PM cream, your facial scrub, your daily moisturizer. And it's so simple. You just follow their instructions. They'll tell you which cream, how much to use, and at what time of day. You just sit back and watch your skin improve. And if you live in the USA, they'll even ship it directly to your door for free. Tish Hanley also have some brand new products in their range. Check out this scrubber. This is a premium silicone body washing tool. And the best news is that when you order the starter pack, you can choose this item as a completely free gift. And in addition to 40% off your first offer, to make this deal even more insane, if you sign up now, they will give you 20% off for life. This deal is generous and I'm confident you're going to love their products. There's a reason these guys have over 7,000 5-star reviews. So try it out. That body scrubber has a $20 value. I love using it to get rid of dead skin. Click on the link in the description box below and get started today. Okay, so back to the video. What happens to a culture that ignores the differences between men and women, who pretends like we're all equal? We ignore the inherent femininity inside women and then make them grind and hustle like they were men. Well, we don't need to guess. The experiment has been done. The results are in. Women fucking hate it. They don't want to be men. They want a soft girl life. They don't want the boss bitch struggle. It was a lie from the start.
I swear if I could go back in time and tell the woman that stood up for our right to work, I would.
But let's assume that women are sick of trying to be masculine. They're sick of pretending to be men and they want to go back to being women. Less stress, less responsibilities, more freedom to explore womanhood and femininity. Okay, that's what they want to do, but let me ask you this. What makes them so confident that men are going to want to support them to do that? Because make no mistake about it, women need a man in their life if they're going to live that soft girl lifestyle. For her to explore her femininity, she is absolutely dependent upon a man. You can't be a stay-at-home wife or mother being all feminine unless there's a man out there in the world working to provide for you. Someone's got to be masculine, handle all those life struggles for you to have the easy existence. And so there's going to be a lot of men who say, well, who's to say that we shouldn't flip it entirely? It's time for women to be out there working to support men. I want to be in my soft boy era. You go out there, you struggle, you suffer. It's men's turn to stay home. That sounds pretty cushy. Men enjoy their alone time. They're peaceful with just their own thoughts. They could spend their days cleaning the house, listening to podcasts, cooking interesting recipes they find on YouTube, dropping the kids off at school, coaching the sports team. It's not a bad life. It sounds pretty good, you know? Leave it to the women to deal with the stresses of climbing the corporate ladder. Now, some men are going to be too ambitious to live the stay-at-home husband, father lifestyle, but there are a number of men who would jump at that opportunity. It sounds good. They want to relax, they want to be stress-free, they want to enjoy their life. So a stay-at-home lifestyle sounds great. But that's not going to happen. It's not realistic. And the real reason is because women are hypergamous. Women are not attracted to men without ambition. In order for a woman to sexually desire a man, she needs to be able to look up to him. She needs to admire him. She needs to feel confident in his masculinity. And it goes both ways too. A lot of men are not attracted to boss bitch masculine women who are all interested in working and career. They want a soft woman. They want someone who's feminine and nurturing. If a man goes on 2 dates and one of the women says, I want to be a partner at my law firm and work 6 days a week and make a ton of money, and the other woman says, I want to stay at home, I want to take care of the house, I want to raise the children, and I want to support my husband, a lot of men are going to choose the more feminine woman. This is because differences between men and women are not purely cultural, they're biological. This is hardwired inside us. So I think it's unlikely that we're going to flip the genders. If there's going to be one person staying at home and having that stay-at-home lifestyle, it's likely to be the woman. But still, if she wants that, if that's what her femininity is calling for, then she needs to recognize that she's in a very privileged position. Especially now with the cost of living being so high and inflation being what it is. Stay-at-home wives and mothers need to recognize how much effort it takes for the man to provide everything for the household. If he's out there doing all of the work, shouldering that entire burden so she can live at home, that's a big sacrifice. He's being extremely generous, and he would be in his right mind to have a conversation about what that generosity is going to net him in return. And it's so fucking simple. What a woman can give back and what the man really requires and craves from his partner is simply respect, gratitude, appreciation. And this exists on the wider social and cultural aspect as well. If women want to return to an era where they don't have to stand on trains, if they want a return of privilege and chivalry, they need to start showing respect and appreciation to the men in our culture. That's how it was back in the day. Men were extremely chivalrous, always doing favors for women, and women were very feminine and gracious and appreciative in return. There was a mutual respect going back and forth. Men saying, hey, I appreciate your womanhood. Let me sacrifice some of my comfort for your behalf. And the women would say, thank you. I appreciate your sacrifice and your discomfort. I am grateful for all that you do. It's so fucking beautiful. God, I wish we could return to that. And if there are any women listening to this who also want that, the key is in your hand. Chivalry. You can have it back. All you need to do is be kind. Be respectful. Recognize all that men do to keep our society going and show some appreciation. At a personal level, do you want to see what that looks like? I've got to show you this clip. I love this clip. Okay, this is a compilation video where a wife that is living at home, she's got that stay-at-home lifestyle, every single evening she goes outside and waits at the door for him to return. It is such a beautiful display of respect, of love, of gratitude. He's been away all day, struggling, suffering at his job, working to make them money, and she wants him to know how much she appreciates what he is doing. She wants to make him happy. She wants his masculinity to rest in her comforting femininity. And how beautiful is that? I mean, look at how happy this makes him. Look how his energy picks up when he sees her. He lifts her up high. He's giving her kisses. Her love, her affection, this is the respect. This is the acknowledgement that he wants. That's her side of the bargain. And when he receives that, he's happy to do his side. He's happy to provide for her. Pretty simple, right? Pretty basic. Women, if you want chivalry, just be nice to men. It doesn't take much to go outside to greet your husband when he gets home from work. That small gesture is probably going to make him feel like he's the luckiest man alive. You know, that he's going to brag to his friends about how awesome his wife is. So much better than getting home from a day at the office or the factory, and then when you walk inside, your wife, who's been at home all day, is on the couch scrolling through her phone, and she doesn't even look up. She says, it's your turn to cook dinner. I mean, what the fuck is that? That's not love. That's not appreciation. That's not respect. That's entitlement. That's privilege. And without an equal contribution to what he is providing the relationship, it's viciously sexist. We absolutely live in a sexist culture, but it's the opposite of what you've been told. Most often the sexism is towards men. And for the rest of this video, I'm going to explain why Pandora's box has been opened, and at a cultural level, I don't think we're going to return to the place that we were at. Men are not going to respect, and women are not going to get chivalry. We're too far gone. There is still hope in our personal relationships though. I'm going to explain why in the full-length version of this video. Honestly, the full-length version of this video is really good. If you've been considering signing up to my Patreon to watch my full-length versions, this is a good video to do it for. What I post here on YouTube, these are just shortened, abridged versions of my videos. If you're craving more depth, you want to listen to me for longer, you want these videos to reach their natural conclusion, come on over to Patreon.